All right, then we're back. Finally got our penguins. Definitely 2 weeks worth. We've got actually 50 points. I didn't realize having 50 penguin points was a task, so that's cool. So yeah, got a task done. We'll of course go for the huge lamps. See if we can get some levels. I feel like we'll probably get at least one level. I don't know if we'll get more than that. We'll see. I think our lowest, is 81. So I'm just gonna I'll throw it in prayer. It seems like a good one to spend points on. I could just use all of them, but I like just doing one at a time. I don't know why. Well, actually, I know why. Because if I do get a level, like like that, if I already use them in prayer, then I technically get a little bit more XP than I did there. Unlocks leech melee strength. Um, Speaking of strength, I think we'll throw the rest in strength. But yeah, one level for the coast penguin is what was the hardest one for me. Yeah, I think just one level this week. It's getting hard to get those levels, but we'll keep plugging along. Hey, I got my dailies to try and do. Just wanted to let you know a couple things. So we were able to hit 82 strength, 82 engineering, and yeah, I guess that's it. 2557. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, still trying to keep up with my dailies. I don't. Obviously, nobody gets the skip tokens anymore. So you actually have to go and do the dailies. But, is what it is. Can't win them all. Back to woodcutting. Really just doing some invention. I did get a couple levels. So I got 98 fire making. And then I got 82 thieving and 82 invention. So I've been doing some woodcutting. Obviously, I already got 99, but I was needing something AFK. In fact, I think, can you just burn these like normal logs? No, you need 100 fire making. Well, there's that. Got my dailies to do as per usual. Every day. I mean, you guys already know what I feel about that, but whatever. So yeah, I've got dailies to do. And been doing a lot of fire making. In fact, I've been doing so much, I should be able to get another level here pretty quickly. I haven't really fully decided what I'm going to do after the fire making. For now, I'm probably just going to woodcut, work on invention. I really should do like combat with invention, but I don't have like all the time in the world to be actively playing the game. So it's kind of like AFK stuff or don't play at all. I do actively play some, obviously, right? Like the dailies, the penguins, stuff like that. I did the Easter event, so it's not like I don't play the game. But you got to focus on all this weeklies and monthlies and stuff. So I don't have a ton of time to be playing RuneScape. I say that I tend to sleep a lot. Honestly, that's my biggest problem. Sorry, it's taking longer than I thought it would, but yeah, I tend to sleep quite a bit. Working on that, sleeping less. But you got to sleep some. I don't know. There we go. 99 fire making. Pretty cool. I don't know where the cape is. I will look it up. Yeah, pretty much in the same spot. It says south of Sears Village. I also will want to turn off the fire making dailies. I do not need to be training fire making anymore. Now, you can train invention with fire making with the tinder boxes. But honestly, I only know how to augment the tinderboxes to crystal tinderboxes, and I don't have Prif unlocked yet. So, yeah, I think I'm kind of out of luck when it comes to that. I don't have 120, but I do have 99. I really think the hood should just come attached, honestly. But alas. Let's check out this emote. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing other than more fire. Not bad. I'm going to turn off the fire making while I'm thinking of it, because otherwise I'll get that as a daily. Yeah. Not bad. I just, one less thing to AFK though, you know? Running out of stuff. You can also block all challenges and combat skills, but I need combat skills, so it doesn't make any sense to block them. Yeah, I don't even know what the best AFK is at this point. Let me know if you have any suggestions. For now, like I said, I'll be doing the woodcutting. Just training my invention up. So, that's the plan. 2561. Hello. Made some equipment siphons. Should be able to get another level here. Yep, it's level 10. 540k. 83 invention. Pretty good. Unlocks that stuff there. Oh, I got a lot of stuff to make too. So I will do that. I don't know how much XP this gives. I doubt it will give me enough for a level. But you don't know unless you try. So we will we'll make all these. We're going to make them all perfect. I haven't, you know, I've been talking to Twisted, not a lot, but like he mentioned he finished some gear, which, you know, of course I say congrats and everything, but like I'm not very well versed in this game. I do watch videos on RuneScape 3, not a ton. But the issue is a lot of the videos that I do watch on the game are about the new updates, which, you know, does make sense that would be what they would be about, you know. But what I'm getting at is stuff like, for example, Invention's been out for a long time. I don't truthfully know the best Invention perks or anything like that. You know, I could spend a bunch of time researching it. And in some ways, it would definitely be worth, you know, researching the game I'm playing so I can be better at it. But in other ways, I don't know if I say I prefer being a noob, but it's nice to kind of explore and experience the game my own way, and not just go the best route. RuneScape as a whole, especially RuneScape 3, but even old school, it's very there's a lot of depth to it. It's there's just a lot to know. Like if you were trying to play everything quote unquote correctly, and do things the order that they're supposed to be done, or do things efficiently, like there's very drawn out pathways on how to do that. I don't always like doing that. I mean, that's partly why I like Iron Man. I know I'm in a group, so it's different. You know, it's not as challenging as regular Iron Man. But I kind of like doing things, you know, however I decide to. I don't know. It's just interesting. You know, some people get really triggered by that, and they only want efficient gameplay. I think some people would prefer my videos if I was playing efficiently. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Nobody really says that in the comments, but you know, there's not always a lot of comments, anyways. You know what I mean? So I don't always know what people are thinking. The only thing I really do know with the videos is, you know, what makes people click on them versus not click on them. That's why I've made comments in the past where I'm like, oh yeah, if I'm complaining, more people watch. And it's just more people click on them. I don't know why that is, but at least in my case, that seems that in my experience, that's the case. But yeah, Twisted got some like master armor set that he said he's been working on for a while. I really don't have a clue what that is. Congrats for sure, but yeah, I have no clue what he's talking about. He was like masterwork armor or something. Um, but yeah, I mean the armor I use, I don't have it on, but I've just been using the basic stuff you can smith. Um, I mean I've got 99 smithing now. Let me see. Maybe I have to go to the defense skill. Yeah. So if I go to defense, this is everything. Let's go to melee equipment. Maybe. So yeah, there's obviously Torva. I've just been using the Bane armor. There's Torva armor. You have to go bossing for that. Lenza armors. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so he did the master armor, masterwork armor. That's tier 90. I think is what he was talking about. Unless he was doing the trimmed masterwork armor. But yeah, I don't really know what it is, honestly. So I think right now I'm using Bane, which is tier 80. I have the Elder Rune, which is tier 90. I already have that made. But yeah, I don't even know what masterwork is. Yeah. So just yeah, there's a lot about this game that I don't really process. Some people would probably call me dumb for not knowing it, but like it's I just don't know, right? And it's not like I play for fun. I'm not playing to be the best. I'm not racing anybody. I'm not I mean obviously like I'm trying to max, like that's kind of my end goal or whatever, but it's not speed. I'm not worried about speed. I'm not going for 200 mil all, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. I guess other than to say congrats, Twisted, on getting that done. He made it sound like it took him a while, so maybe it's a longer process. Maybe at some point we'll make that for ourselves, unless it's, out of my reach. I don't know. Oh, perfect. So, anyways, there you have it. Just got 82 farming. Another thing, you might have seen this on an old school video, but in case you didn't, I want to mention it here. My Streamlabs is still giving me major issues when using a webcam, hence why it's off, because it keeps freezing. If you know of anybody that streams or what have you and have any ideas of what to download instead, do let me know, because I'm willing to try anything, really. I'd even pay for something as long as I know it's going to work. Hopefully there'll be like a demo version of it before I actually pay into something, just in case it gives me the same problems. I did test my webcam on other things on my computer. This is definitely a Streamlabs issue. It is not my camera, and it is not my computer. I say that just because I don't know that a lot of other people are having this issue with Streamlabs. Maybe I should try to go to like an older version of it or something. I could try that as well. But anyways, main thing, just doing my dailies. And then I've been doing, I wouldn't say a lot of woodcutting, but we've been, woodcutting a decent amount. That's what I've been doing to pass the time on RuneScape 3. Oh, crap. My mic might be really loud, sorry. Well, I've not done anything differently, but it seems like the camera's working temporarily anyways. Just want to give you an update. I've been doing woodcutting. I did get 108 woodcutting. I know I wasn't really going past 99s, really, but it's an easy way to train invention, which is the main reason I'm doing it. Did hit 84 invention and 25, 65 total level. Invention, I'll be able to get that very easily. Get the next level pretty easily. Either one more axe or one more whatever, and then we'll have it. Still doing the dailies. and trying to keep up with my weeklies and monthlies. Um, but other than that, I've been woodcutting. I got to kind of figure out what I want to do. I'm perfectly fine with woodcutting. It's still technically gaining levels. The main thing I'm training is invention. So like if I had 99 invention, I probably wouldn't be woodcutting. But I don't mind. I'm trying to think. I can definitely archaeology. I can AFK. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys let me know. You know the game better than I do. If there's other AFKable methods, I think combat I should be able to AFK somewhere. I just got to figure that out. Maybe be able to do it with Slayer. Depends on the creature. Also, I don't think the death mechanics are as horrible on RuneScape 3 as they are on Old School. And the way I say horrible, what I mean by that, I don't think they're as punishing on RuneScape 3 as they are on Old School. So I'd be willing to try that. Thieving, I can definitely AFK. Pickpocketing. Now, they did get rid of auras. I haven't really focused on that too much. Truthfully, I would always forget to use my aura. And so, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do things the proper way. They were pretty powerful, though. I don't know, it's a hard one, right? There goes my camera. Well, that's all right. I do feel for the people that, had all those loyalty points, for years of membership. I mean, heck, I was one of those people. Let's give branches. What does this do? Oh, with the 110 woodcutting. Okay. Nothing I can do. So, I had a lot of loyalty points, especially on Cheshire Cat, my main. And unfortunately, it's just gone. It's real unfortunate. But at the same time, I had all the auras. I had pretty much everything I wanted. There wasn't anything I was saving for. I don't know. I mean, it feels unfortunate, but like I said, there wasn't anything I was saving for. It wasn't a really big deal for me, right? Which is why I've not talked on it until now. And I'm not truthfully upset. I get why people would be upset, especially if you just unlocked all the auras. I mean, and the auras also, to get like the best upgrades or all them, it would take quite some time to save up enough loyalty points. So here's my thing. I agree and like for example, I've been woodcutting probably 8.5 to 9 hours today, or probably close to about 9 hours. I've woodcutted eternal magic log trees for about 9 hours. I don't have to do an hour with my woodcutting aura and then switch to a different task and do something else and then wait for the recharge or whatever. I don't have to do that anymore to get the most efficient XP. Now, I do think it probably hurt the XP grinds for a lot of people. Like if you were doing it the quote unquote efficient method of like switching skills and everything, it probably does lower the XP rates for you. For me personally, honestly, a lot of times I'd forget to activate them anyways, so it's not really negatively impacting me. But it is a huge change, right? So yeah. To me though, I think the best thing they should have done, maybe refund the auras, the loyalty points, and then let people spend the loyalty points on something in the store. I'm not saying necessarily bonus XP, but I'm saying buy some of these cosmetics that normally cost money, because the loyalty points, you did spend real life money to get them. It just is through the membership, right? So it doesn't feel like you spent money. It wasn't like you. I don't think. In fact, I'm pretty sure you could not directly buy loyalty points. You know what I mean? So it's not, I don't know. To me, it's not that big of a deal, but some people were truthfully really upset by it, or seem to be, at least by some of the comments I've been seeing on Facebook and Reddit and all the stuff. But yeah, I do think one thing they're gonna have to combat is the yearly membership package that they've done. They've talked about it already in a news post, and basically what the post was just talking about how all the stuff they're taking away from it, and like it's fine, but with the membership price increase, like you're still saving money if you buy yearly membership instead of monthly. Like it still saves you money, but it's a lower percentage of how much you're saving, and then obviously it costs more in general because membership price went up, right? So like the percentage of what you're saving is lower. You're not getting all the extra benefits like loyalty points. I haven't checked the thing at the Grand Exchange where you could open the chests and stuff. I don't think they could do it on a group Ironman, but they might be getting rid of that. I mean, there was a long list of things they were getting rid of, and yet they're still trying to sell the package as if it's this great value. Now, if you're looking at it as only membership, right? Like if the only reason you'd buy that value thing or whatever was for membership, like that's the only reason you did it, it's still a better value and it's still worth doing in my mind. And honestly, I truthfully bought the package for membership anyways. Like that's why I would buy the year package, was for the membership discount. So it is less of a discount, like I said, but it's still a discount. And then all the extra stuff, a lot of times Ironman were locked out of that anyways, or group Ironman, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, I get it. Things are changing, and not it's not necessarily a slow change either. You know, like we've had over the last however many years. But then again, they had some major changes that were not slow either. You know, switching from normal combat to EOC, that was an overnight change. You know what I mean? It wasn't a gradual thing. So yeah, nothing super new with the company.